All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard at Frag for Cancer number 7. My name is Sadokist of the International Gaming League, and we're going to be live here with the Counter-Strike Grand Finals. First map, it's a best of 3. It will be on DE Train, followed by Nuke, and if we need the third map, we'll go to DE Dust 2. The teams will be JiG and Shooters, who swept through round play yesterday. And Shooters looks to be the team favorite, but JiG put up some hard competition yesterday in the round play and could be an excellent all the way through. This stream, of course, is brought to you by, of course, Frag for Cancer. Alliant, who's testing off their new, showing off their new fiber op in Nova Scotia, as well as Play IGL, International Gaming League, who I'm with, is providing us this lovely server for the finals. Actually bailed us out big time yesterday. If you're a Counter-Strike, Dota player, or Shoot Mania in the near future, you should check out PlayIGL.com. Sign up for the beta and get involved, because it's going to be an amazing league. Looks like we're ready for Knife, and teams are just going to run into the Knife round now. We're going to bring this up to full screen. And yeah, Knife round is a go. I'm just going to pop up for 2 seconds, double check that we are all good. All right, so Knife round is away. We've got Shooters on the counter-terrorist team and JiG on the terrorist team. And of course, this will be Knife for sides. The Knife round's always passive. I like the Taser round in Counter-Strike Go. It's a little bit different, but these guys elected to go Knife round all the way through the tournament, and it looks like that's what we're going to do here. Counter-terrorist on both sides of the terrorist team, but terrorist Doyle's going to take down the first one. Socks will drop. Brainfoodz also comes into a couple. Looks like JiG might win this one. Mikey's the only one remaining. Let's pop over and see where he's at. Just jumping around in front of that A site. So there we go. He gets one onto Wheeze. Wheeze is down. Red dot still up, and he's the only one who's got 9 health. So Mikey's turned this around really well.
Yes, you did me proud.
Of course, Terrain is a pretty even-sided map. I would actually argue terrorists have the advantage, especially without that line of sight. Doyle's going to win it, so that'll give JiG the round of the side, and teams already getting into it here with each other. And apparently, so we are live on the big screen in Frag for Charity number 7, but looks like they're having trouble connecting to the internet on the stream, so I'm just going to double check, make sure that we're online on our Twitch. And we are indeed. Excellent indeed. There we go. All right, so sides will be, I think, the same. Everyone just has to ready up, and we will be going live. I'm just going to give it 2 seconds here to make sure they can get onto that Frag for Cancer site in the theater here. All right, so we are going to be going live. Here we go. Game will restart in 1 second. JiG is going to stay on that terrorist side, get the early round advantage. It is the favoritism on this map. And bomb is going to be in the hands of Wheeze. Looks like both teams saving money all the way through. No, terrorists are going to go for a partial armor buy, and that's going to give them a bit of health advantage. See if they go. I elect for the inside strat early on B, but it looks like they're going to go straight to mid into the open bomb site. This would be pretty interesting. See if they can get all the way in. Let's see where the terrorists, counter-terrorists are. Looks like they're setting up for 2 in A and 3 in B, so they're going to have to quickly rotate. Terrorists do have the advantage on the bomb site. Wheeze already working toward that. He is going to be planting the bomb. There it is, bomb going down. Mikey going to spot up Red Dot right in front of him, and he's going to not be able to pick out the frag, but gets a lot of health out of him, and that counter-terrorists are sitting pretty with the health advantage as Red Dot does go down now. And that leaves only Wheeze, Brainfoodz, and Shifty. JiG going to go down on the other side. They're up in the heaven. They've got counter-terrorists down low, and terrorists do have the high ground and bomb play. Mikey with an excellent shot into Doyle, and Brainfoodz back into Seco. Looks like it's one man remaining, and that's Brainfoodz. He's going to go down to JiG and Mikey, and that's going to leave the bomb just to be defused. Mikey, does he have a kit? No one's got a kit right now, but he does have the 10-second defuse time. Looks like they'll take an early round advantage and have a money lead. So that's a perfect start for the counter-terrorist team. They do. No, I take it back. I thought he had time. Bomb is going to explode, and that gives the round to the terrorists. So great job by Wheeze getting that bomb down very early. That's going to give them money advantage on the favored side. So they should keep running with this. Hopefully they can build on the momentum. Let's lock back in. Seems like bomb is going to be in the hand of Wheeze. All right, so there's a 2-minute delay in the theater, so if you're hearing an echo of my voice or cheering, it's from what happened 2 minutes ago online. So here we go. It looks like Playboy is going to be, Socks Playboy is going to be playing on defense in that B bomb site, but it looks like a couple guys on Karis gone. Pop Dog bomb is going to be active in A. No, Wheeze actually with a delay strat on B, so they might try and force a rotation and then get into B. No, they're going down Pop Dog back in, so they are going with that wraparound gank strat, if you will. And they still have only 2 men remaining actually on the counter-terror side, so great start for JiG here, and they're going to get back ahead. Wheeze also, he looks like he's going to be designated bomb carrier today. He's going to get that bomb plant down. Lavrin and Playboy, the only ones remaining. Looks like Lavrin's going to go down. Socks is the only one remaining on counter-terrorists. He's in that full save, does have that pistol in hand, but the terrorists all over him. There's 4 men remaining. There's no way he's getting out of this one. Red Dot quickly going to take him down with that Galil, and that's going to give them a 2-0 round lead early on. And if you look at the money, counter-terrorist guns are a little bit more expensive, So the counter-terrorists are going to pretty much have to save for one more round before they can go with an even buy strategy and have the first head-to-head matchup. So terrorists need to take advantage of this third round and get an early 3-0 lead. Looks like Doyle's going to be carrying the bomb this time. We're going to swap over to him, see where they're going. Looks like terrorists working toward that outside. Actually, looks like a 3-2 split. Maybe a little bit of hesitation. The second player dropping back there for the terrorist side. Counter-terrorists wrapping around. Let's see, there are 2 in B right now and a couple in A. Mikey looks to peek up. Great deagle headshot into brainfoodz with the 1 deag. Glory at its finest. That's going to slow the push down as Shifty comes back into socks, but it looks like counter-terrorists might know that they're at B now, or pardon me, at A, and they are going to get a rotate. Weez is still remaining, and Doyle also with bomb. They've rotated back to B, so good awareness by the terrorist team to know that they forced to rotate. Trying to make a little bit of noise. Looks like a couple in Z connector for CT. That might be... Nope, CT do come back around. White Girl comes in. Doyle takes him down. Seiko is down. Seiko, the star player of the shooters team. He plays in the ESEA in the top league. And look at this, terrorists for the third consecutive round are going to get that bomb down. It comes very late in the round. But that's a huge advantage as Laverne, Mikey, and Wadji, the only ones remaining for the counter-terrorist team. Looks like they're going to push on toward that bomb, trying to work together here. Doyle's going to push back. He's got that Bison in hand. Mikey's going to get down to Weez from top B, and the other 2 players are on top of the ramp. I believe that's Wadji jumping on top of the train. He's in a very open spot, but he gets 2 huge frags with the pistol onto Shifty and Weez. But no, can't be done. Miracles are not going to be made here at Frag for Charity as Red Dot comes back around, takes out Weez. That's going to put them with 3-round advantage, and we will see a full buy this time for the counter-terrorists. Let's lock over. Looks like Wadji is going to be their leading fragger. We're going to lock over to him, see exactly where he's going to play defense this time. And we do have full grenades on both team and diffusal kits in the hands of the CT. So this is the first round. They can really make a difference, and they need to keep it close. If the terrorists get too far ahead on this map, it's going to be second half domination. So Mikey, P90. Mikey electing to use that P90 very often yesterday. He's very good with it. In CSGO, it has the most predictable recoil pattern, so it is a spray and pair gun, Call of Duty style, if you will. He's going to be playing slow. He's got 1 right above him, but no, he's not going to get the peek on him. He doesn't quite know that he's there, but if he can get this early shot, maybe crouch up that ladder, make no noise at all, he might be able to get up. There's 2 directly above him. He is going to try and go for it. Shifty's going to see him. He sees the gun sticking out. Misses the shot on Shifty, and Shifty's going to take him down. That's a misplay by Mikey, and that's going to give the terrorists complete domination of that A site. And look at this. JiG is out to an early lead on shooters. Laverne and Sox, the only 2 remaining. Sox sitting in that Z connector trying to get picks on. It looks like Weez is going to try and get that bomb down on site. That's going to give him that advantage. Bomb does go down, so 4 straight rounds now they've got the plan. Counter-terrorist needs to learn to hold the site. Red Dot going to take down Sox. That leaves Laverne as the only man remaining for the counter-terrorist. He's sitting at A3 right now, back A site, trying to get spots in on top of the terrorist. Has an M4 in hand. If I were him right now, I'd run. Save the gun. Get out of there. You just had your first buy round, and now they're not going to have a lot of money for the next round. I would have kept that gun in his hand, got out of there. He didn't have a big chance. So 4-0 terrorists running away with this one. And they're going to have to do a little bit different.
I'm in the EU. I was trying to join the...
And I got Mumble going in the background. I'm just going to jump really quick out and close that. There we go. I don't like European tribes players that much, so we'll keep them quiet. And here we go. Looks like a 3-2 split on that B side again. Now toward terrorist side. Flipping back around. Let's see where Seiko's playing. He is a dominant player. He's going to switch over to A as they have been A dominant. Look at this. They are on a full save round. They misplayed that buy round. It would have been nice to see a save come out at the end like I mentioned, but they were unable to do so, so they are going to be back to pistols. Wraparound is coming in from that pop dog location out of top B, and they're going to come back into A. That's an awesome play. Easy to wrap the counter-terrorists inside their own bomb site, and Laverne now the only one remaining against 5 terrorists. And he's going to have to, if I were him, I don't think he's got a gun, but it might just be worth it not to give them any more frag money. Stay well out of it. He's got a deagle in hand. It might be worth saving. It is only a $650 gun, but he is going to look. Well, he's got 1 directly in front of him in connector. If he can get this pick, it would be great. Get the guns out of the terrorist's hands, but right now he's got to play smart, and it looks like he's just going to be very passive right now. He does have 100 health. Weez, brainfoodz with only 9 and 10, 48 health in Red Dot, but Shifty and Doyle have 92 and 72. So, yeah, he's going to play passive. Looks like Doyle's going to peek him. He does spawn up. Doyle misses that headshot, though. Doyle takes him down. That's going to end the round. Give the terrorists a 5-0 lead, and once again, no save for the counter-terrorists. They're going to have to buy this round. Now let's pop over. Looks like Seiko is going to be the strat caller, and they do buy 1 P90, a second P90 in the hand of Mikey. M4's in Laverne and Sock's hands. Seiko does grab a kit. I'm not sure he's going to buy a gun. He does. There's the M4. We're going to lock onto him, see exactly how he's going to play this. He is favoring that A side, and that's where they're getting dominated, so they're going to have to up their defense. They've got both Wadji and Seiko there, so that should make a difference. But right now, the frags are actually pretty even. Laverne needs to get on the board here. He's 0-4 right now, so he's got to pick up his gameplay. But other than that, it's pretty even in frags. It seems to be the biggest difference is that the terrorists are managing to get that bomb down. And right now it is in the hands of Red Dot. They look like actually this round they're heading toward B as we can see the holograms through the wall there in spectator mode. There is one below Seco right now coming out of connector. Once again they go for that wraparound strat. Seco's got the high ground now. He's going to come back in and Wheeze. Great shot. Fragnated down toward and gets a second kill, into brainfoodz. Great play all around there. Seco also, look at this, he's playing dominant in that heaven position, and they do get their first round. Seco gets MVP. I do believe he picked up 4 that round, and possibly 3. So great play. That's going to neutralize the money and momentum for Terrorists. They need to take advantage of this right now and continue on. So see what's going to happen here. I lost my overlay. There it is. Wheeze has bomb for Terrorists. We're going to pop over, see exactly where he's headed right now. Looks like they're going inside for B. I don't think they're going to do a wraparound strat as they did not send 2 pre-A, so this time it's going to be a hard B strat. First time we've seen this out of the Terrorists. Let's see what they're up against. They got one bottom ramp. They're going to throw a flash nade toward him, and they do take Sox down immediately, so they've got a man advantage with only one other defender in B. They need to take the site early, but Lavrin gets his first kill of the game. Congratulations. Takes down Wheeze. He's still playing on that back ramp. Doyle's going to come back into him, and they do have the bomb site. They've got to get the bomb down quickly, though. Jumping up on top of the site, JiG, brainfoodz is going to put that down. Wrapping back over Seco and Waji, the only ones remaining now, 4 shooters. And Seco's going to be coming in, and we got Waji on top of that blue train on left side of B. Seco wrapping around, trying to just keep his line of sight limited. Takes a great shot into Red Dot while Waji takes down Doyle. That's going to try and neutralize the play. brainfoodz now the only one remaining. They've turned this around. Clutch back it is for the shooters team here. And brainfoodz does have to defend that bomb. Try not to peek. He's got one defusing it. Great play. Takes down Waji. And now he's got the advantage. Seco only has 6 health. And he just plays and waits out this bomb. He might pick up the round here. The bomb is definitely going to blow up at this point. Takes down the frag on Seco. Great patience from brainfoodz. He has been the player of the game. He is going to die to the bomb, but doesn't matter. They pick up the round. He's been player of the game for JiG all weekend, in my opinion, and shows off how patient and skillful he is exactly there. As Terrorists now take a lead early. 6-0 on train. We're going to go to Nuke next map. That's a counter-terrorist sided map, so we'll see a knife round going to be crucial if shooters can't make a comeback here. And like I said, shooters going into this was a team I had picked to win this, but JiG is showing off some dominant gameplay right now. Looks like once again they're going to go for that wraparound play on to A. brainfoodz is going to peek out, spots up one who's trying to pre-pick connector, takes the shot. That's Mikey that goes down. He did have that P90 in hand. Doyle also coming into one of the other counter-terrorists. Didn't see who. That's going to leave only 3 counter-terrorists remaining against 4 terrorists. Look at this though, counter-reverse push here from the counter-terrorist, but brainfoodz is wise to it. Hears him come down that ladder, takes down Lavrin, leaves Sox as the only man remaining for the counter-terrorist. He's inside that middle connector. He's got 4th man right in front of him, and 2 of them going to peek him at the same time. Great shot on brainfoodz, a reaction shot at that, and a second one maybe on Red Dot. No, Red Dot is going to take him down 7-1. So all weekend, one-sided games. I really did think this was going to be close today, but it looks like JiG is impressing everyone right now. 7-1 is the score. Taking a peek into money, looks like counter-terrorists are going to be back on the save round, so good play to neutralize the money push and get the momentum back in the terrorist hands. No buys going out, and that's going to absolutely be the storyline if they don't hurry up and keep winning some rounds, get some saves, prevent bomb plants. They've got to build up money in order to counter back. Looks like Mikey is going to be pushing out with that P2000 in hand, only the pistol. He's going to get down very quickly, and likewise, Waji going to get down inside that ladder room. This strat on A, this wraparound strat is doing very well. I apologize, got a little bit of lag there. brainfoodz into Wheeze. Lavrin and Sox, the only 2 remaining. Now we're going to walk over. Lavrin's coming back through that CT spawn. He does have Deagle in hand. Bomb does go down, so that's another money bonus for the terrorist team, as Lavrin's going to have to play very, very passive right now. There is all 5 terrorists remaining. The CTs, I'm surprised actually. Seco seems to be struggling at A. He's top fragger with 7 kills for the counter-terrorist team, but he seems to be struggling to hold the site. I think they need to be a little bit more passive, and they need to wake up to this 3-2 rotation from ladder strat that the terrorists are pulling. Looks like Lavrin's going to back off. Other counter-terrorist is Sox, and he's just sitting back. He's got a FAMAS in hand. He does need to save that, and it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. Wheeze might be trying to wrap around to find him and get the kill, get the gun out of his hand. He does hear Wheeze directly in front of him. If he's smart, he'll pop out and get a frag here. He's going to pick up Wheeze, and he had an AWP in his hand, so that's going to knock an AWP out of their hands. Great play. Might actually pick up a second kill on Red Dot. Great job. Although they don't get the round and the bomb does detonate, they do pick up some guns, and that's going to be very, very important, as this round they are in position to buy, so they've got to win rounds. If they can pick up 5 rounds, of course, halftime does go to 15 rounds total, and we've already played 9. If they can pick up 5 rounds before halftime, they might have a chance at countering on the terrorist side, but it's going to depend on how well they can hold that A site. As once again, terrorists looks like they're wrapping around toward that ladder. We're going to pop over, see what Mikey sees. They do have 2 at long, and they've got to be aware of this. They need to stack that A site, get 2 toward the ladder, smoke the middle, and wrap around to that long. As, great play. Seco is going to come into Doyle. Red Dot going to counter back into him, but Mikey knows he's there, going to take him down. Wee's going to come back into him, though, so it's frag for frag, an eye for an eye. The world, it might go blind here as some smoke nades come out on the site. Weez and brainfoodz, the only terrorist remaining. brainfoodz goes down, so finally counter-terrorists are in a good position. Lavren's coming back around Sox and Waji, all of 100 health, and brainfoodz is going to get out. Lavren will get that frag. I apologize, didn't catch that one on camera. But congratulations, counter-terrorists, second round. Take this momentum, win 3 more rounds at the very minimum, and we will have a game on our hands going into the second half. So taking a peek into money, both teams in position to buy this time. Full kits and full nades out for counter-terrorists. A little bit of late buying going on. The round has started. They need to get the buying done in that pre-game, that pre-round time, the buy zone time, as it does allow for quick pushing. But the terrorists are going to once again look like bomb. Actually, it looks like they're going to fake that 5-2 strategy as JiG with the bomb. brainfoodz is going to try and play it solo into B and force a rotation on A. At this point, looks like, let's flip around, see where the counter-terrorists are. Have they stacked up on A? Looks like they might have. No, Sox is going to be sitting inside sight at bottom ramp with that FAMAS in hands. And terrorists are going to be coming right to him. As soon as he sees one, he needs to call this rotation. It's been late in the round. We're 30 seconds, actually we're 50 seconds into the round, so at this point it needs to be obvious. Does spot up one, he sees the legs go by him. He needs to call for rotation as brainfoodz does go down. Lavren at back B is going to be able to get the shot onto him. And the terrorist push getting very, very slowed down, so shooters look like they finally found some momentum as a number of players have gone down. Red Dot and Weez, the only ones remaining. We're going to swap over. Red Dot looks like he's playing very, very passive at top of that ladder room, coming down now into top B, playing on ramp. Does have one behind him on the flank. Great headshot. He's going to take down Seco. And, well, he's the only man remaining against 4 players. He does have money right now. They are in money position that he doesn't need to save that gun, and it looks like it's not going to matter. Lavren will get the kill. So third round picked up by counter-terrorists. They need at least 2 more. I'm going to pause for a drink of water. I apologize. Solo casting isn't the easiest thing. All right, so money still in the hands of both teams. Counter-terrorists going for a full buy. Looks like Weez is going to have bomb. Let's pop over, see exactly where their strategy is going to lead them this time. Are they going to favor that B round? No, looks like a little bit of miscommunication. They're trying to decide. Bomb is going to rotate back toward middle. He's actually going to pass it off to Red Dot and try and go for that wraparound on ladder with a bit of a counter push on the rotation. So they are going to continue working A on the terrorist team. Let's flop over, see exactly where the terrorists are playing this from. No health loss on either side other than 3 health for Doyle, which is pretty much a feather hitting him. Seco's going to get first frag on the brainfoodz bottom ladder, and that's going to be a great play, but he's going to get down to 46 health remaining, so you're going to have to play very careful. Drops back out into that bomb site. Terrorists are sitting in connector right in front of Seco. Seco's going to have to be very, very careful peeking around this wall. He's slow pushing, does spawn up one, not able to get the frag, but backs off. Looks like Weez is going to come in behind him, though, from that ladder room. Seco manages to get a great headshot through the wall onto him and turns around with that pistol, gets some more health off of Shifty, but unfortunately is going to get out. He's done more than his part, though, and the counter-terrorists have managed to rotate. Sox coming through that connector, and it looks like Mikey on the flank is going to push directly into that with the P90. No, FAMAS in hand, takes down Red Dot, takes down Doyle. Doyle's going to counter back into Mikey with a late grenade from the grave. Is Shifty now the only man remaining for the terrorist team. Does not have bomb in hand. He's going to have to play this and wait this out. Bomb is down in sight directly in front of him. He's got smoke in front of him. He does manage to grab bomb. Great job using that smoke to his advantage, and he's going to try and push through into that B and try and get a rotation strategy here. All 3 players are in A, but after about 15 seconds of him not showing up, they're going to know he's going to B. He tries to try and break that glass. Glass is very loud in this game, so try and force a rotation. He might actually try and push them back to B and then wrap back to A. No, he's going to fake the ladder on A. Now he does go. He's trying to play this very smart, overcomplicating it. I think this is a keep it simple, stupid kind of moment as the counter-terrorist way too wise. Waji's going to pick up Shifty, and now momentum is in the hands of shooters. They are bringing this back 8-4. Like I said, 5 rounds will make a huge difference at halftime. And they can pick off 6. God knows what could happen on the other side. And money not an issue anymore. Both teams have won enough rounds consecutively back-to-back. Actually, terrorists are soon going to be on the back foot if they don't win this one, so it's going to be pretty important that they take this one. Doyle looks like he's going to be bomb carrier. They are locking off of that designated bomb carrier. Weez no longer bomb carrier. Actually, the biggest difference has been exactly what I mentioned. The bomb is getting denied, if you will. They haven't been able to get it planted on the terrorist time. Doyle going to take out Sox with a great shot. I see Sox shaking his head here beside me. Lavren's going to go back into Red Dot, though. Lavren also into Doyle, so he's doing a great job at solo holding the B site. Shifty's going to go back into him with the counter. Waji comes around. Seco's rotating from counter-terrorist spawn. He does know that brainfoodz is directly in front of him. Comes in with a great spam shot onto him. That's going to leave only 1 remaining as Shifty. He does have bomb. Error on that grenade from Seco, but it doesn't matter as Waji with that AWP in hand is going to take down Shifty. 5, they've won 4 rounds, 3 rounds in a row, 4 rounds out of the last 5, I believe, and that's going to be a huge momentum shift. This is what shooters needed. Not sure if they warmed up as they should have, but it looks like they're back in control now. They've got that limitation round on the disadvantaged side on Train, and they do need to keep the momentum going. Red Dot has bomb for terrorists this time. Not sure. It looks like they're heading toward B. No one heading toward that long strategy. Seco's throwing a Molotov, and it's about time we've seen some defensive Molotovs come out. He does actually miss the entrance of that door, but that's going to prevent them from wrapping around. Unfortunately, though, It goes wasted as they are not there. The bomb is heading toward B. And he actually might get a wraparound flank, but Red Dot does have the bomb planted. Great play. They've got the bomb down on site. This is a man advantage, if you will, as only Maiko, Seiko, and Waji remain. Waji still has that AWP in hand. Looks like Seiko's coming around on the flank. Does manage to pick off Doyle, but Doyle's going to quickly tell Red Dot that he's there. And Red Dot's going to listen to his teammate and turn around and go back into Seiko. Waji, Mikey, Red Dot, the only one remaining suddenly is Waji takes him down as well. And they will get the defuse, so Shooters with a late comeback. Phenomenal play. That will... one more round to half. So if they go 8-7 and go onto the advantage side, Shooters should come out with an early 1-0 win in this best of 3. Now, keep in mind we are live on the big screen inside Frags for Charity 7 at Dalhousie University in Halifax, Nova Scotia. After this map, we're going to restart the server, head over to Nuke, and we'll be on the side TVs. And I believe the League of Legends Grand Finals will be live on the stage. I'm not sure what channel on Twitch that's going to be on. I'm staying on the Frag for Charity, so keep it locked here if you want to continue with a much better game, if you will. And it looks like Mikey's going to throw out a late Molotov onto that long strat. That's going to deter the terrorists from coming there. Gives a 15-second, I believe, delay on allowing them to push, and they are going to slow down the terrorists massively. Mikey only has 13 health remaining, though. And he does spot up a couple. He needs to get up on top of that ladder. If I were him right now, I'd get up, get that bomb site, use that high ground so we can pick off bomb. He does have one directly above him. Not sure he knows he's there. The lack of communication. He's going to kill the bomb planter, though, and that might have been a misplay by the terrorist to not call out that he was there, and that's going to put bomb down on sight. But Doyle is going to be the only one remaining now for the terrorists. And that means Shooters is going to pick up a 7th round here unless he does something absolutely fantastic. He does get a frag into Socks, and that couldn't come at a better time. Waji, though, back at 8-3 with that op in hand and line of sight, takes down Doyle. Great first half. Shooters with a huge late push, and that's going to put them into an early position to pick up this map when we switch over. Of course, it is the first of 16 rounds, so we've got exactly that left to play as we are split and 15. So, full pistol round. Let's see how it goes for the terrorists. We're going to lock on to Waji, see where he decides to go. As I take another quick drink of water, we're going to take a quick peek into the tab. Frags pretty much even 14 for brainfoodz on the JiG team. Once again, I said he was player of the weekend, in my opinion, for them. And Waji actually out-fragging Seiko. Waji's been very, very strong for Shooters. He's at 15. Seiko's sitting at 14. And this round looks like actually a little bit of hesitation. They are also going to, no, they are fading off of that mid. I don't like mid on a first-round pistol. P2000, in my opinion, has more accuracy and more damage. So going into an open bomb site like that gives the counter-terrorists a huge advantage. You've got to push a lane, if you will, for all you Dota MOBA players out there. So, if you will, this would be the bottom lane right now they're in. They're going toward that long A strategy. And this will allow them to focus fire individual players and isolate the counter-terrorists. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do, is they're going to push, I believe that's Weez back into A1. They do rotate around. Waji's going to come in. Lavren's going to come into Weez in that back A1 position. Doyle's going to respond into Mikey. But Waji going to come around with that flank and take him down. Waji into Red Dot. So counter-terrorists on the back foot early. JiG, and I see them over here shaking their heads. They're losing the momentum slightly. They've got to pull it together. As Shifty and Doyle, the only ones remaining. Shifty going to go down in connector. Waji gets that frag, so Waji once again being a dominant player early with that Glock in hands, and this will give them the money advantage and give Shooters exactly what they need to continue with the momentum as they go on to the favored side. Doyle, the only one remaining now for counter-terrorists. He's in B. There's no point in saving in a pistol round. There's no advantage to that, and I don't think he bought anything. No, he's got 400 health, so he does have armor. No, he bought some grenades. Here we go. He's got a flash grenade in hand. He's heading toward that middle. He's going to have to pull off a miracle here. He's got 3 terrorists remaining. He's going to take out that first one in Waji. Lavren's got spot on bomb, though, as they did plant for CT side heaven. I think he knows he's there. Tries to flash out. Isn't going to flash the guy top, though. Does instantly turn, though. Great play to be aware that that's exactly where they planned it for. But he's got 2 guys countering in on the him. Doyle is going to be low on health, only 11. Tries to fake going up that ladder and get a reverse pick into, I believe, Lavren. But no, Lavren actually, was that guy up in heaven. He's going to get the kill. Bomb is going to detonate. Everyone is dead, but the terrorists take the first round. We are tied up at 8-8. John, do you have a message for me?
Yes. It is going to be League on the Frag channel.
Okay.
And you're going to move to whatever channel you want.
I'll go to Sadokist. I'll go to my channel. All right, so I just did get an announcement. It looks like League of Legends is going to take over the Frag for Charity channel after this first map. We're going to walk over to twitch.tv/Sadokist. That's me, Sadokist, if you want to continue following this game. And of course, I'll type that into chat once we get a chance. This round, no counter-terrorists already on the back foot. JiG needs to come up with some magic here. Waji is going to go down, so we're in a 2-2 situation. And brainfoodz actually does go down to Seiko, who has P90 in hand. He's the only one remaining, has that Galil, and he's going to be working toward that middle. He has 42 health. Seiko does have bomb, though, so terrorists still do have control of this round. He's got knife out as he tries to go for a quick rotation. That's a bit bad luck. Not in a position. You can't bring a knife to a gunfight, my friend. As he is going to quickly go down to Seco, and that's going to give shooters their first lead of the game. And like I said, it is a terrorist-advantaged map, so they could run away with this one. Now JiG's going to have to counter back. It's extremely disheartening when you take an early lead like that and then lose the momentum. They've got to find it. They've got to pull together, and they've got to equal this now, or they will get crushed. So we got Lavrin for the terrorist team. They are going to be pushing all into B. Let's see if the counter-terrorists are aware of that push. I believe I'm lagging out slightly. I can't switch players. There we go. I do manage to somehow find the button I was supposed to be actually clicking. And we will rotate on the counter-terrorist. Looks like brainfoodz going to try and push all the way through. He's not going to spot it long. That can instantly tell his teammates that they're at B, and they're going to try and lock them into this top B strategy. He does have that P90 spray, but the P90 at that range doesn't have a lot of damage, so he might have actually been better off to not shoot there and continue to be an element of surprise behind them. Got lots of cheering going on behind me for Brawl, but this is Counter-Strike, and it's a better game, my friends. As it looks like JiG is going to be on the back foot yet again. brainfoodz and Red Dot, the only men remaining. Bomb is going to get down. brainfoodz going to try and come into Mikey, missing a lot of shots there, and Mikey's going to counter into him, leaving Red Dot as the only counter-terrorist player remaining. He's got an AK in hand. If I were him, I'd run away and keep that, save it, keep his team in the money advantage, but unfortunately Sox is too wise, so that's going to take down Red Dot easily, and shooters have a 2-round advantage at 10-8, only 6 rounds to go until GG. And counter-terrorists aren't on the back foot. They can't even afford a partial buy. They might be able to afford some P90s with partial armor, but they definitely can't get Galils and armor in their hands. So they're going to have to be very, very careful, very passive, and very, 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 very aware of where the terrorists are going. And right now, it looks like they're running a 3-2 split, maybe a little bit of a decoy on that A bomb site, and back to B. Seco is, of course, throwing that decoy. Bomb is in the hands of Lavrin. He's already toward the bomb site. Pop over, see exactly how close he is. He has an AK in hand. He's going to rotate onto that site. He's going to get hit by a grenade, though, and go down a little bit of health. He's got 87 remaining. He's got to get that bomb plant down. They've got the bomb site. I'm not sure. He might not even be aware he has bomb, because he should have that planted. Yeah, now he's going to wrap around, head toward the bomb site. And there it is. He is going to get that bomb down, but it's not going to matter. It looks like Wheezy, the only player remaining for the counter-terrorist. He comes out of that Z connector and is instantly going to go down. He does pick off Mikey in the process, but Seco gets the frag onto him. Very well done. Seco coming in as a great offensive player. And I think that's more what he's known for. He's not so much a passive. He's a very aggressive player, and that's showing on the aggressive side, the terrorist side. They now have a 3-round lead, and it's been a long time since JiG has won a round. They've got to come back. They've got to win now. And they are on the back foot yet again for money. It looks like they did go for a buy round. This will be absolutely it. If they don't win this one, they're going to be back to a full pistol round, which you might as well just throw out and give to shooters at that point. Smoke's going down at long A. Wee's sitting directly in front of Lavrin, but he's covered and disguised by that smoke. He's not going to be able to see him, and he's going to wait it out, though. He is off to the left. That's a little bit uncommon. Looks like Lavrin is going to go right in. He's on the other side of the sandbag. He's going to go right by him, and he is going to get the frag. Good job. Wee's showing great patience there. Takes down Lavrin. We're going to shift back over Shifty inside that Z connector. So counter-terrorists finally have a lead, a round advantage. Seco's going to get down. Sox. Mikey also going to get down. Where's Sox? He's the only player remaining for the terrorist team. And he's up against all 5 players on the counter-terrorist team with 100 health apiece. So they haven't even been touched. They've been dominant. And Red Dot's going to finish the round on the Sox. Great job. That's a team ace. And they finally do pick off a round, bring it back a little bit closer. And like I said, they needed that one. That was absolutely desperate. They had to keep the guns in their hands. If they didn't, they were going to go down. I see Sox looking over at me. No ghosting. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Not sure you can hear me or not with his headset on. But Shifty looks like he's going to be playing in that bomb site. No, he's just delaying. I don't know. He's not going to... They're not that quick at B, but he looks like he's actually going to be the rotate player in that Z connector. Bomb is in the hands of Playboy. They are actually heading toward that B side, so Shifty, if he's patient, will see a couple cross in front of him. They're going to actually elect to go more to the high side. Mikey's going to drop down. Shifty gets a couple shots in him. Mikey with a phenomenal 1 AK back at him, and he's on the bomb site, but Seco and Playboy have gone down and dropped in. The Sox have gone down, dropping the bomb in the meantime. Lavrin also going to drop, so only 2 terrorists remaining against 4 counter-terrorists. Lavrin and Mikey coming in with 2 frags on his Doyle, and Wheeze, he is quickly going to get dropped out of brainfoodz, who is... Oh, great job. Waji going to get down. I lost track of it there. Looks like the counter-terrorists do bring it back within 1. This is going to be a great game if they continue on. Not sure. Terrorists still in a position for a partial buy. And just watching the guns that go into their hands. They might actually be keeping clocks. No, they've got an AK in hand. John, you're tapping me on this.
2 more rounds.
Can we finish this? There's only like 4 more rounds. We'll finish the match. Okay. All right, so Sox has bomb. AK's in hands. Looks like they're going to be rotating hard around into... a bit of actually they're favoring on the defensive side. It looks like a 3-2 strategy. Counter-terrorist stacking up on that B side. Bomb actually is going to be long A though, so this might actually be an advantage to the terrorists. Let's pop over, see what they're going to do. Sox is going to be rotating around. They might actually, pardon me, slowing the rotation. Might actually be going for that full rotation through the CT spawn. Bomb is going to get out on site though. That's a huge advantage to the counter-terrorists if they are aware that it has been dropped. brainfoodz, Wheeze, Red Dot, all quickly rotating around now, and WaGi goes down. Lavrin and Mikey, the only ones remaining. We got Lavrin on site. He might be able to quickly push here, but he's got Doyle directly above him in heaven. And if Doyle gets aggressive, no, he's going to play passive. WaGi is going to spot him up, though, inside from Z Connector. Lavrin going to get a great shot onto Doyle. He's the only one remaining. He's got to get this bomb planted. And there it is directly in front of him. He gets it picked up. Spots Wheeze right in front of him. Great play, as he does have health advantage. And he might actually get the frag here onto brainfoodz. brainfoodz has an op in hand. He's got to be very careful. Not a close range gun. It's going to be spray and pray. Oh, absolutely huge! And brainfoodz on his feet, taunting the other team. Huge no-scope up close. That might be the frag of the game, and it's going to keep them in it, tie it up at 11. Huge pop. brainfoodz, pardon me, MVP. Massive, massive, massive frag to keep them back in it, and that's going to put the terrorists out of money. So they're going to have to play, look at this, one way then the other. This is a seesaw, zigzag, back and forth game as the terrorists now on the back foot. Seiko does have bomb, and it looks like he's going to be heading toward long. They do pick off a couple with those pistols and pick up a gun in the process, but they lost 2 players. They're going to have to be very careful as they do continue to push onto that long A strategy. Wheeze is going to come. Actually, that's a team kill. Sox into Seiko as frags are coming in. And Wheeze, absolutely massive with pistol all the way through long A. Takes out 3 players on the push. That is another MVP style play. If I had a highlight video, it would be all JiG right now as they are coming back late in this game on the disadvantaged side. And they are leading 12-11. They've got to pick off 4 more rounds to win this one and take a 1-0 map advantage. We're going to stay with this one all the way through to the end of the map. It's too good to leave. I'm sorry, League of Legends, but you will get your moment in just a minute. But right now, high-flying Counter-Strike action. Looks like Lavrin's got bomb, and they are electing to go for that split strategy. 2 at A. Bomb is in the hands of the B carriers, though, so they'll wait and see what they can pick off at A. They might go A, they might go B. Looks like they're actually going to be playing very passively. Let's pop over, see where Lavrin is. He's playing at that top ladder in top B, working toward that staircase. And they rotated back, so it looks like all 5 terrorists are back at B. They weren't able to get any picks or spots at A, so they aren't quite sure. A minute's gone by. They've got to get toward the site now. They've got to start pushing. Counter-terrorists are going to actually be coming around on the flank if they aren't careful, and they are going to elect to go down Pop Dog towards site. Lavrin being very passive as he has bomb. They don't want to drop that. Mikey has gone down now, so JiG once again has a man advantage in this round. 53 seconds remaining on the clock. They've got to be quick. Red Dot also going to get on. Seiko comes back in, so great play for Seiko, team captain for shooters, doing his job. But unfortunately, oh no, I say that, Seiko goes down, and now it looks like Shifty. Gunfire all around. Lavrin still has bomb, but he's one of only 2 players remaining. He does pick off a great play onto Doyle. I'm not sure he knows that Wheeze is to his right. Wheeze is going to pop out, take him down. That's going to drop the bomb, and the counter-terrorists take yet another round. So back and forth, as I said, JiG with only 3 rounds remaining to taking a 1-map lead. I'm going to lose my breath early if this continues. This is an awesome game, as expected. JiG once again showing that they should never be underestimated. Shooters, the ESEA team, getting dominated right now by the counter-terrorists in JiG. And WaGi's going to have bomb. I pressed tab quickly. Very little money in the hands of the counter-terrorists. I did miss the buy. It looks like they've got a couple AKs and a few grenades in the hand of WaGi. And let's see exactly where they're going to rotate to. Looks like Seiko is playing very passive. Does spot up. No spots so far. They're playing passive on A. Counter-terrorists rotating. They've got 3 in front of them, 1 in Z Connector, 1 up on Heaven. Heaven is a massively advantaged defense bot, but I think Seiko knows he's up there, tries to get a ladder pick. Can't shoot when you're on the ladder, you lose your aim. But, Seiko not aware that Red Dot sneaks through the smoke on site and manages to take him down. brainfoodz, Lavrin, WaGi come into him, though. So it actually is going to have to be clutched back now for JiG as they've got 2 men remaining, Lavrin and WaGi. WaGi has bomb, so they have an advantage there. Shifty only with 22 health, playing in Z Connector, so he does have a quick rotation, but bomb is going to be at A. He's not going to have to worry about that. As, it looks like Lavrin actually going to come around behind Shifty. Shifty's going to make a lot of noise. He's the only one remaining, and Lavrin should pop around and get this easy frag. He is sneaking up behind him. He's got a lot of health and spots him up. Great play, Lavrin. Couldn't have come at a better time. 13-12. We are very, very near the GG here. We might go actually max rounds. We've got 26 or 30 rounds played, and it's anyone's game still. If we go to overtime, which is possible in Counter-Strike, I'll have to restart the server. At that point, we will have to go to League of Legends. But again, you can pop over to twitch.tv/Sadokist, Sadokist, and we will continue on with this phenomenal game. Right now, it looks like money in the hands of both teams. There's a full buy on by their sides. They're going to have to keep guns in their hand. It's going to be a massive advantage. And very important to keep momentum going. They've got a Molotov out from the counter-terrorist here, delaying that A push, and that's going to be crucial because it's going to give the counter-terrorist time to rotate. Looks like one's actually going to go for a hard push out of B. He's going to spot up the players along. Does he get a kill? Yes, no, he does not, but he pushes back, so they've forced off that flank rotation, but he does get spots, and that's going to be able to tell the counter-terrorist that he's there. JiG is down a man, though. No, Red Dot equalizes it up, but Waji comes right back into him, so only 2 players remaining for the counter-terrorist, Shifties and brainfoodz. Waji, Sox, Sox with bomb. They're going to be working together as a team. Shifty takes down Lavrin, though. That's going to leave it in a 2-on-2. And he's going to rotate back. Looks like he's just going to be constantly rotating around behind the terrorists, trying to trip them up. Bomb is going to get planted, though, and that's a massive advantage right now for the terrorist team. Waji, I do believe, got that plant. Sox has 1 grenade remaining, and health is pretty even across the board here. We're going to pop over. Looks like Shifty's going to be trying to rotate. He does have both of them directly in front. Gets a spot into one of the bomb side. Misses that headshot, though, but he does have that frag nade. Missed thrown, though. It's going to bounce back toward him. Looks like they're going to converge on him, though, and gets a double kill. Shifties and brainfoodz working together, and Shifty comes in with that last frag onto Waji. Great play by JiG. They're going to go back up by 2 rounds with only 2 rounds remaining till the GG. Will they get the defuse? I'm not sure. Good job. He did have a kit in his hands. Good job, brainfoodz. And counter-terrorists are on the upper hand here, and terrorists, Lavrin's in a position to team by one of his team, and he's going to have to do that, so it's going to put AKs in the hands. So once again, full buy on both sides, keeping it very equalized. 2-round GG JiG. Can they continue this comeback? They had an early lead. They lost the momentum to shooters. They were dominant on that counter-terrorist defensive side. And surprisingly, that's exactly what we're seeing late in the game. Counter-terrorists, very crucial here. I guess it's more of a money thing. The M4 is very accurate, although it doesn't do as much damage. But on a site, a very clustered line of sight map like this, having an M4 is pretty advantageous. So once the counter-terrorists have got money, they've been coming on strong. Red Dot does go down early for JiG, though, and that's going to put an advantage for the terrorist team. Seiko is wrapping around, has a pistol in his hands. He has a bomb on, he does have bomb advantage. He's going to actually wrap around. They've got to rotate on to A. If Seiko's smart, he could have kept going through the counter-terrorist spawn all the way to B. He's not going to do so. He's going to pop up in A1, try and get a couple picks. Shifty's going to take him down. That's going to put bomb in a very awkward position. But brainfoodz is the only one remaining for the counter-terrorist team, and he's nowhere to be seen. He's wrapping around on Pop Dog, and Sox is going to pop up into him. They are going to get that kill, and that's going to make it 14-13. If we go 15-15, once again, we will go in overtime. We will pause for that and switch over to twitch.tv/Sadokist. But let's see, money, that's getting tight for the terrorist team, but they did pick up that round. That's going to equalize it up a little bit more. And they're going to have to be very aggressive. We're going to stay on them here. It looks like we're going to spectate Sox all the way down long A, as they are going for that 3-2 strat that JiG used to maximum effectiveness on them. Flash coming out of long A, though, from Weez. That's going to blind all 3 players, and he's going to go for a push. Does know they're there, but all 3 of them pop out. Weez takes one. Lavrin comes back in hand. That's going to equalize the round 4-on-4. Mikey and Lavrin are struggling right now, though. 4 shooters. They're down to 20 health apiece, as Weez got to spam into all of them, as looks like Shifty and Red Dot also going to be down. Seiko, team captain for shooters, doing his job. brainfoodz and Doyle, the only 2 remaining for them. Now Doyle switching back around through that Z connector. Waji, Lavrin, and Mikey, not a lot of health left, so advantage shooters despite that they're a man down. Yeah, there it is. brainfoodz back into Mikey. Bomb is down. Lavrin, the only man remaining now for the terrorists, and he is at long A. He's going to have to play very passive. It might actually be worth saving this M4. He's got one directly in front of him to the right. He does hear him jump up on top of that box. He gets a quick peek. He's going to pre-fire. Great shot. Headshot indeed. He knows the other one's at Z connector now. He's got to get a little bit of cover here. Trying to play it out. He knows bomb's directly in front of him. He's looking straight toward him. And it's Bison versus M4. Bison gets the peek, though, as Lavrin looked away. And that's going to get a great round. 1 round remaining for JiG. They win this one. They take the first map on train. And then we'll go over to Nuke, and shooters will be on the back foot. Love to see this go 3 games. I'm going to lose my voice or throw up before that. I'm not sure which. But full buys on the other side. Actually, a couple of people are electing to stay with that Bison. I believe Shifty's going to stay with that. They are continuing that 3-2 defense. Looks like brainfoodz is going to be going, actually being very aggressive on that B push. He's going to go all the way up. This is what I like to do in the way I play. I play here with M4 or AK. Try and get aggressive for a push. They do have Seiko right in front of them. He can wrap around that water tank. Seiko actually going to get down that ramp. Seiko hears him now. Turning back onto brainfoodz, getting very delayed. He does get the frag as Waji gets the assist. That Bison inaccuracy comes into play, and that's going to leave 1 man down. Seiko's very weak, though. He's got to get in on sight. Bomb is in the hands of Lavrin. Let's see if he's going to get in. He is going to get that bomb plant. This is going to be crucial for 4 shooters. Looks like JiG is going to come back into Seiko. He didn't have any health, so it might be worth baiting out and making a call as to where the other team is. Waji, Lavrin, though, the only 2 remaining. Bomb is down. They have to play passive. They have to play smart. They have to play for the defuse. And Lavrin's going to go down. Everyone's down. That's the defuse. GG JiG will take the first map here, and we're going to log off. League of Legends action will be coming up in about 5 minutes time as soon as they're ready, and we're going to jump over to Twitch. I'll type the link in chat, and we'll be back on there in about 5-10 minutes time. Great game. Thank you for tuning in, and once again, we're here live from Halifax, Nova Scotia Frag for Charity. Huge thank you to International Gaming League for providing us with this server, and we'll see you again in about 5 minutes time. My mouse is unplugged. That's why my mouse doesn't work. What? Yeah.